And then I watched a lot of Frasier, the TV show that he's just to try and imitate his accent a little bit.
Oh, really? Cool.
So I kind of based it, although his accent it's certainly of an older gentleman. So I wanted to keep it a little bit younger and a little less pretentious for the younger role, but capture that intelligence that he has.
Were you a fan of the X-Men growing up?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
I watched the cartoon.
Oh, that's great. Because you know, I mean, right? Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, you are living the life. A lot of the, a lot of the geeks are just fantasizing about. You're actually playing one of the X-Men.
I mean, it's pretty crazy.
It's really crazy.
How I feel
now,
about it.
Let's say, you are cast as the Beast. We all know that. But what if, let's just say in an alternate universe, you had a choice other than the Beast, who would you like to portray? Which superhero?
You know what? In the cartoon, Beast was actually my favorite. I also really liked Gambit.
Oh yeah. And since you're part of this series, is it officially is it safe to say that you're officially been handed over the series? Like for the younger this younger batch of the X-Men, has there been like an official from now on, the Hugh Jackman X-Men are no longer there, but it's your turn. So have you been given official you are the new X-Men?
Well, I'm actually kind of the old X-Men now.
Yeah.
I was the new one, and then Ty and Sophie and all the new cast came out.
Yeah.
So I'm now like the middle-aged X-Men.
The middle X-Men.
And then the middle-aged X-Men. But I certainly, it was going into it, growing up on the films, and it's very sad that Hugh Jackman won't be playing Wolverine anymore. Yeah, it's because when there was some very surreal moments for me, like watching him and seeing how he brought that character to life on film and then in scenes was incredible, and he's been a wonderful Wolverine, so I feel very lucky to have grown up watching him and got the chance to be in the films with him.
A lot of the filmmakers are saying that the next X-Men movie will be set in the 90s X-Men, the one that we all watch in the cartoons. And how are you how are you feeling about that? Like a 90s X-Men, and then there are also talks of redoing the Dark Phoenix saga. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, Phoenix is a wonderful character.
Yeah.
If they get into that, that'd be incredible. 90s wise, one of my favorite things about these movies in the last, doing the 60s, 70s, 80s, is the music.
Right.
And I love 90s music.
90s music?
Yeah.
What do you listen? What's your favorite 90s?
One of my
song?
first albums I bought was Oasis.
Oh, okay. But you know what? A lot of people, I don't know if, I'm sure your fans know this, but for generally, a lot of people might not know that you are actually a choir boy. You can actually sing!
I was a choir boy when I was a kid, and then my voice broke.
So,
and then I couldn't sing anymore, my voice was
you don't lose that, did you ever think of getting into singing or something?
Becoming a singer?
Yeah.
No,
Ever?
I have a terrible voice.
Yeah?
When I was a kid it was okay, but nowadays I sing in the shower, and that's kind of it.
Sing for us! All right, so having made a lot of the X-Men movies, have you guys grown tight?
Oh yeah, James McAvoy is one of my best friends. He's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
He's mental. But we play games together, we race together, we play football on a Saturday with each other. So he's become one of my best friends, and the whole team, even the new group coming in this time, and the older guys as well. It's kind of like going back to school each time we make one.
And speaking of squads, earlier I got to interview Joe Dempsey, and you were you co-starred with each other for Skins. And so, have you guys kept in touch throughout the after Skins?
He's one of my best friends.
Oh really?
We're here together.
So this is not a reunion for you. You guys have always been in touch.
Oh yeah, no, we've stayed great friends. So we see each other all the time in London. We're kind of the same group of friends, and yeah, it's good.
Can you share with
that's the
us,
wonderful thing about Skins. Like all that group of people was basically become my closest friends.
And can you share with us some fond memories together when you used to co-star in Skins that your fans might want to know about? Some shenanigans,
We used to
some
get into
adventures.
quite a lot of trouble in Skins.
Yeah.
They used to have. Do you guys know what Barocca is? Like the kind of tablet that you put in water to give energy and vitamins.
Oh yeah.
They used to have those waiting for us on set because we were 16 and we'd go out all night and then turn up on set having not slept.
Whoa.
I remember a few times doing that with Joe.
Well, it kind of fits with the feel of Skins.
Yeah, it was yeah, exactly. It was kind of what it was all about.
And outside of the X-Men, what are you a fan of? From geek culture, like what are you generally like? Comic books, TV shows, video games?
TV shows, I binge watch TV shows like Breaking Bad, Stranger Things. So I'm very much of the binge mentality on that. Books, comics, I kind of, I was saying yesterday like Death Note and some of those things.
Oh wow! Death Note, yeah, because there's a live action movie coming out of Death Note.
That'd be cool.
All right, so like this, we're in a Comic-Con right now, and you're part of one of the most revered like franchises, which is X-Men. How do you feel about that the rabid fanboy culture where sometimes it's like doesn't matter how well you do, there's always like, oh, it's too far from what the comics came out with, or they're very critical, they're very protective of their favorite characters. How do you approach that?
I mean, I am a fanboy essentially.
Exactly.
So like,
yeah.
I appreciate them and love them for that, and also those are the people that keep you honest and keep you wanting to make great films and keep the films getting made.
Yeah.
Also, like the most incredible thing is to come to things like this, see you all, meet you all, and then like see costumes like these. And then like I saw someone yesterday who was like identical to my character in Mad Max Nux.
Exactly.
And it's like it's amazing to see like the impact it can have. Yeah.
Okay, like speaking of, like that was, like Mad Max Fury Road has got to be one of the most incredible movies and generally considered as one of the best action movies ever made. What was it like?
It was absolutely insane. We shot for 7 months in the desert in Namibia.
Yeah.
Often there'd be hundreds of vehicles lined up. The engines were so loud that you couldn't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the most incredible atmosphere because you'd get that smell of gas.
Yeah.
You'd get the sand in your face and dust. Hundreds of war boys screaming.
Right.
Energy would be so wrapped up in the adrenaline. And then George would just kind of let you go and you'd fly off into the desert.
Yeah, and you were pretty scary in that movie.
Yeah.
And even like when you spray that paint on your face and it's just crazy. And they say, I read an article where there was this one writer who said that actors tend to gravitate towards roles that they identify with. But in your case, you've been getting such different roles. So are you like generally weird?
Yeah.
You played the mutant, a zombie, a war boy,
yeah, I guess I'm just weird. But it's what I'm interested in. I like learning about those different aspects of life. Like when we were doing the prep for Warm Bodies. The most strange, one of the strangest days at work I've ever had was myself and Rob Corddry, who played M. We were in the car park, doing zombie school in this car park in Montreal.
Yeah.
So running around, pretending to chase brains,
Yeah.
and zombie slouch and walk, and that's an incredible job and privilege to say that that's work.
And I read that you actually had to learn how to be a zombie. You kind of took lessons. I mean, how do you even do that? Because there are no zombies to learn from.
We had Cirque du Soleil performers,
right?
Come and teach us movement and things like that. So it was, as I say, quite a surreal, odd day in my life, where we'd all be in the corner trying to scratch to get brains. Very weird.
You've had some of the most left of center roles out there, but what is that one role that you would like to do that you haven't portrayed, haven't been offered to portray? Something like a dream project, you can go as out there as you want.
As out there as I want. I would like to do something set in space.
In space?
So, yeah, I'd like to do a space movie, and I'd like to do a western. Maybe a western in space.
Yeah.
Cowboys on horseback in space.
I smell a green light for this project.
That's the movie, yeah.
Yeah, and like, how do you react with like the sudden fame, like with all these people going crazy wherever you go? Is it a little scary for you, or is it natural? Are you a little overwhelmed?
This is overwhelming. I never in a great way, in a really lovely way. So thank you. Oh, I love you guys. Cheat sheet, where that? Got my cheat sheet.
Yes.
Mahal Kokayo.
You know how you said that to everyone in here, but I think everyone felt like you were saying it to her. Or him. All right, so what is the strangest request you've had from a fan? Speaking of fans.
I don't think I should say that on stage. Honestly.
Something that you can say on stage.
I haven't, I mean, not often that strange. A lot of the time, people just want to say hello and hang out and have a drink.
Yeah. What about the strangest thing they ask you to sign?
That's body parts.
so you can. How have you been feeling the Philippines so far?
I've had an incredible time here.
Yeah.
I've loved it. Oh, bless you. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, I've had a wonderful time. Everyone's so welcoming.
Yeah.
The food's been incredible. Just traveling around Manila and seeing the city, and then we're going to go and look at some of the beaches as well.
You really should make it a point to check out the beaches of
No, I
Philippines.
am.
We're not just saying it because we live here, but they're really incredible. And
It's a wonderful country.
we heard you tried balut.
Not yet, no.
No?
No, not yet. I've eaten a lot of pork, I've eaten a lot of vinegar.
You don't want to try? Have you seen it?
I tried like the fried pig intestine yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't
that-
know at the time what it was.
Is that chicharon?
Yeah.
Chicharon bituka, I think that's the one.
It's tasty.
And because Joe was able to see the balut. It was actually, are you familiar what it is?
I've seen photos, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't seen it up close.
Oh, okay, it's an egg.
Yeah, no, I know.
But it's not an egg that you're familiar with, where it's like the white and the yellow. You will actually see the bird with a beak and feathers.
Feathers?
No, you know, like a little bit of hair, baby hair. And when you bite into it, you will feel like, you should try
That's
it.
way too much
You
description.
know, I mean, to be able to say that you went to the Philippines and ate balut?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, definitely do it.
So, you know, like you've been like going around and can you give us some sort of like, because I don't know how much they tell you guys, but anything to watch for as far as the X-Men franchise is concerned?
I mean, they're going to carry on making them.
Yeah.
Our involvement at the moment, I'm not sure of. But in theory, yeah, we'll wait and see. Hopefully, I'd love to carry on playing the role.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoy playing him and being with all that cast and crew. So we'll wait and see. But I have a feeling that there'll be more.
Yes, because right now there are talks of like the New Mutants and X-Force, and then after that, that's when the next X-Men will come out, and I think everyone's just super excited about that. And what about like what can you say about the Filipino fans? Because is this your first time in the region?
Yeah, my first time in the Philippines. Incredible fans, so dedicated and passionate. Oh, that wasn't for me.
I think that was for me.
It's been so lovely meeting everyone, and people that have like followed and supported my career since for like 10, 15 years, and that means a great deal. So thank you.
And it's really crazy. Like when I posted that I would get the chance to interview you, you would be surprised. It's not like it's not like mostly X-Men. There would be those who were fans from Skins. There would be like, you know, fans from Warp, you know, like as Fury Road, from Warm Bodies, from like everywhere. And it's not just X-Men. So it's incredible how your fans have followed you through the years. And speaking of fans, we are going to get a couple of you guys to ask your questions. If you have some for Nicholas Hoult, we've got this guy to choose a couple of questions. Okay, so let's have a group feed. Okay, yeah, okay, after that. Oh, okay, Mystique,